My name is Ekinci. I was born in Istanbul, Turkey, and I went to all the schooling in Turkey through college. Once I graduated from college, I worked in the travel industry there for a few years. That has been my exposure to all the other cultures. And then after a few years, I decided to work on my graduate schooling. And that's when I decided to come to the United States, because I thought and kind of knew the best grad schools in the world were in the United States. I came to Massachusetts, did my grad school. I worked and went to school at the same time. I learned a lot there. But once I graduated, I decided to pursue some professional opportunities in this country. So I worked for a company in Fairfax, Virginia, then went on to New York, New Jersey area, worked for an international tour operator there, traveled the world, and then I discovered Palm Coast, Florida, and myself and my wife, whom I met while I was in New York area, moved to Palm Coast, and we started our own company here called Office divvy, and we've been here ever since, and some years went by, so we've been here now 6 or 7, well, actually more, probably 8 years. I lived in Istanbul when I was 16, and I really loved every bit of it. I had great friends, a great school, great times. That's where I was. The name of my school in Turkey is probably hard for people to pronounce, but it's called Beşiktaş Atatürk Anadolu Lisesi, which was a non-traditional high school. They were doing a lot of experimenting in terms of curriculum, and it was a terrific school. I had a few favorite teachers when I was in high school, but one really was tremendous. Her name is Özen Bozda, and we still kept in touch. She was my English teacher, but she was one that had a lot of faith in me, really encouraged me with my academic pursuits, and also with a focus on English at that time. And she's been a terrific supporter, terrific teacher. She was firm but friendly at the same time, so just like the right profile you want. It's a good question. I think one thing I should have done more was to focus on my choice of college. When I was 16, we went on a field trip to a company that was operating in travel industry, and I was mesmerized by that industry, the glamour, the opportunity to travel within the country as well as the world. So I kind of chose that I should be in that industry as a choice of career. But I think I could have chosen my college a little better. I went to college outside of my hometown, which was like 6 hours away from my hometown, which was a good school, firm school in that industry. But I would have been better off with a different choice. Now, you know, in hindsight, everything is 20/20. So I'm saying probably it would have been a better idea for me to really take some field trips to the colleges and make the choice accordingly, rather than just kind of do it through what friends say from hearsay or from like choices from a paper. That's a tough question to answer for me, because I had so many influences. My parents were terrific influences through high school. When I went off to college, I was on my own, so a lot of my friends were terrific influences. But I think my experiences in life, not just people, have been great influences on who I am today. I made sure that I had a job almost every summer when I was in college. And I would say my travel experiences within my country, within the United States and Canada, and around the world have been influencing my perspective on cultures, on world, on the business landscape. So all those things combined have been influencing my choices. In 16 seconds, here is my advice to 16-year-olds. Going back to what I said earlier, make a wise choice for college is one. Go ahead and visit campuses, definitely take a deeper understanding of where you want to go to school. Get an internship in high school and in college, work for companies. Learn a second language if you can. Learn to play an instrument. And most importantly, if you're into business landscape, if you're into technology, learn to code. Get some coding skills, software skills.
Well, thank you for talking with us, Mr. Kai.
Thank you, Daniel. Wonderful.